Okay, so here we go, down the alley. Look at that, lovely brickwork. That is actually quite lovely. Anyway, here we go. Oh, we've got mail as usual. Okay, so this is the kitchen, straight into the kitchen. Now, first thing we always do, new lock. So we'll talk you through that in a minute, how to do that. Put a new lock on there because you never know who's got keys for this place. Okay, let's get some light in the place. Oh. Wee. Okay, so we got sink, washing machine. There's the boiler. It's a combi boiler, I think. I don't know yet because I haven't even looked. Probably. What have we got here? We've got a little cupboard here. Oh, they've left us some paint already, look. Okay, we've got okay, this is the kitchen with space for a fridge, but the fridge is over there because it doesn't fit. So we'll get rid of that one and we'll put another fridge in there. Got a hob and oven. Doesn't look too bad. Looks a bit dirty, but we can fix that up. This is a bit... Oh, I think they've used some chewing gum there to seal that. Yeah, we can do better than that. Okay. Another thing that's missing is the extractor. We'll need an extractor. We probably can't make it extract to outside, but it will recirculate the air at least. Okay, through here to the bathroom. Nice bright little bathroom. Not too small. We have the usual sink, bath, shower over the bath, and the WC. Now, it's a little bit scruffy, but nothing that a coat of paint can't help. It's a little bit scruffy, as you would expect from a house that's been tenanted for a long time. Bit of silicone needs renewing around the bath. The towels need a good scrub. We can clean up the grout lines quite happily. Nice new window. Looks like a recent window. You can tell the age of the window. It usually has a little date code on the metal. We'll have a look for that later. Okay. So then we come. Bathroom off the kitchen isn't ideal, but when these were built or when these were converted, it was permitted. Okay, so here we go. Let's put the light on. Okay, so what we got? Oh, they've left us a sofa. Okay, so, and some very pink walls, which is lovely. So here we go. Let's get in here. There's a little, what I presume is cupboard under the stairs. A little alcove here, which will be quite useful. And yeah, cupboard under the stairs for ironing board, hoover. Okay, and then we've got two little cupboards up there, a bit of two alcoves. We'll soon get rid of that pink paint. And then through here to the bedroom. Not a bad size. It's probably about, I don't know, 12 foot square. 12 foot square. So all in all, not too bad. Here's the distributor board for the electrics. Let's have a look at that. Now that doesn't meet current regulations, so that will need to be changed. Every flat now, since last year, has to have an EICR, Electrical Installation Condition Report. So there we are. So here we are, bedroom, which could be the living room. Now, what would you think? Do you want to live there, where it's still a little bit dark, or would you like to live here with the bay window and lots of light? I think I'd have this as the living room. Now, so what we're going to do now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to go through each room very quickly and give you a very quick summary of what we're going to do. Okay, so come on, let's go. Okay, bathroom first. Probably change this blind because I do like nice clean blinds because it's always nice. Yeah, that's a bit filthy. So we'll change that. We'll change that. We'll paint everything white. We'll change that. We'll paint everything white and paint the doors too white because these are a bit old-fashioned. The doors are okay, but they just need a coat of paint to bring them up to modern. Kitchen needs a damn good. The kitchen needs a good clean. Well, we've got a lady who will come and clean that for us, although we will do it. Through to the kitchen now. Not bad condition. The units are fine. The units are perfectly serviceable. No problem. As I say, we're going to clean the cooker. We're going to clean the oven. We're going to put a new fridge in here, brand new fridge. And we'll sell this one. Just get rid of this one. Yeah. The washing machine's sticking out a bit. We'll have to see if we can get that further back. I think it's probably because there's some pipe work behind the washing machine for the boiler. Because if you look in here, there's a lot of pipes there, which may or may not. We may be able to move them around a bit. I don't know yet, but we'll see how we get on with that. So, living room. Well, we'll call it the living room for now because it has the sofa in it. We're going to take the carpet up today. We're going to get a quick coat of paint on the walls just to try and blank out some of that bright, vivid pink. What a lovely colour. Again, little door there. We'll paint up white just to bring as much light into the room as possible. This, a bit of a feature here. This is the thermostat for the gas boiler. Nicely placed right in the middle of the chimney breast. I wonder who thought of that. So, back to the bedroom again. Not much to do here. We're going to change the consumer unit, which is up there. Blinds or curtains. Some net curtains because we're out onto the street. Paint this door. We're going to have to keep the door glass, unfortunately, which isn't the best thing, but that's all we can do to keep as much light coming into this other room as possible. Change the carpet. Coat of paint. This room will be very easy to do. New lampshades. They always steal the lampshades. So I've got everything in from the car and I'll just run through the equipment that I've got. It's not a big toolkit, but it's pretty well all you need to do to decorate a little place like this. Okay, so here we go. We've got step ladder, small step ladder. I always put dust sheet down and I make a little workstation here. So everything is in one place. We've got some paint, Johnson's paint. I'm not endorsing this, I just use it, I love it. We've got some two paintbrushes, some sandpaper and a couple of blocks of wood if you need to mix up some filler or anything like that. There's my painting stuff, big rollers, small rollers, that's all you need. One of these for sanding, which is really, really handy. Gloves, because I hate getting dirty. Cleaning wipes, because I hate getting dirty. Frog tape. My bin already. I've got a selection of dust sheets here. Always buy decent dust sheets because it's the only thing protecting you from spillage, etc, etc. And we've got just a couple of tools. We've got a couple of flat screwdrivers. We've got a couple of Phillips screwdrivers, pair of pliers, hammer. What more do you need? There we are. So, there we are. It's all set up, ready to go. What we're going to do now is change the lock on the front door. Always change the lock when you buy a flat. It's the first thing I always do. This flat has been let out for a long time and who knows how many keys are knocking about. So we're going to change the lock. It only takes a few minutes. Phillips screwdriver, open the door, and you'll see here there's a little screw. Just take this screw out. It's quite a long screw. So we're going to take that out. There we go. And then we put the key in. Just turn the key slightly, wiggle, wiggle, and there we are. There's the lock cylinder out. So, first thing to do, we need to measure it. This is the actuator, this black thing. See, that's the actuator itself. Quite a simple mechanism. Here's the locating screw in the middle of the lock. So we need to measure from one side to the middle, other side to the middle, and that'll tell us the exact size of lock that we need. Now overall, it's 95 millimeters. So from that end to the center of the screw is 50 millimeters. Turn it up the other way. That end to the center of the screw is 45. So we need a Euro lock 4550. That's the designation of lock that we need. So we'll pop off to the shop and get that. Here's the lock. It's a Yale lock, British Standard kite marked. So we know it's going to be good. It's got a little kite mark there, British Standard. And this one is anti-bump, so you can't push it in, anti-drill, anti-pick. So it's a bit more high security than the one that came out. The one that came out was just a cheap and cheerful Chinese made one. So we've got 3 keys. You have to operate the lock with the key first, because this little latch here, if I take the key out, this little latch won't allow the lock to come in or out. So you have to have the lock first. And then we must remember that the 50 millimeter is towards the outside, the 45 is towards the inside. If you get it wrong, just take it out and turn it around. So here we go, push that through, a little wiggle. Then we've got a new screw. You can use the old one, of course. And we're just going to pop that through there, like that. And there we are. Job done. So, there we go. Up to lock, locked. There we go. Perfect. Now, this already comes with 3 keys, so we only need to buy, well, how many keys do we need for a house? Okay, we need 2 keys, 1 for each of the tenants. If there are a couple, you need 2 keys, maybe even 3 to give them a spare. I need 2 keys, and the estate agent needs 1 key, so we need at least 5 keys. Now, I need 2 keys because I always need to have a key, and if at some point the estate agent, doesn't normally happen, they might lose it, but the tenant's more likely to lose it. So you have to give them a key while they go off and have another one cut. So I don't want to be left without any keys, so I always have 2 keys. So we need at least 5 keys for every property. So I've got 3 already. Here we go. All right. Catch up with you in a minute. We're going to start in the front room now, and we're going to take the carpet up. So I'm not going to show you because it's pretty self-explanatory, but what I'm going to do is here we go. First of all, I'm going to take the threshold up there because that's nailed down and that's holding the carpet in place. And then we're going to take it up, but I'm going to take it up in 3 strips. So they're about 3 or 4 foot wide each strip. So they're easier to get into the car, easier to roll up and dispose of. So I'll show you when we get there. Take care, I'll see you in a minute. Now the carpet's up, and what a difference it's made in the room. Let me show you here. Yes, this room is always a little bit dark, but there you go. This room is a little bit dark, but now that the black carpet has been taken up, this front room is beautiful. Let's have a look. Here we go. Look at that. I've also taken the blind down, which was up there, which was hanging down, couldn't be fixed, so get rid of it. But now we've got white floor and we've got white walls. What a difference. I don't know if you can see that, but this room is so much brighter. Now, the underlay is, I believe, Cozy Toes brand. Cozy Toes. That's going to stay down. Most of the gripper rod is going to stay down, but just along this wall here, there's been a little bit of damp. This wall is an outside wall. Maybe a little bit dampness because it's got these ventilators have been fitted later. And all I'm going to do is probably just renew that couple of lengths of gripper rod round that corner there, round to the radiator and round there. Now, talking of the radiator, it's a little bit minging. What do you do with that? Well, you could spend half a day tidying it up, cleaning it, sanding it down, or you could just go down, buy a new one. That's probably going to be 30 or 40 pounds, and it's going to be more efficient heat output than the old one. So what we're going to do is we're going to just buy a new radiator and pop that in. It won't take long. We're going to drain the system down anyway because I don't know if there's any Fernox, which is a rust inhibitor. I don't know if there's any Fernox in it, so we're going to drain the system down anyway. So while the system is drained, we're going to change that radiator. We might change the other one as well. This one is a single radiator in this room. This one's a single radiator. May change that, may not. It's actually in much better condition. Plus, being the middle room in the house, it won't need the heat output that the front room does. Okay, so bye for now. We'll talk to you later. Talk to you in a minute. So here we are, bedroom, which could be the living room. Now, what would you think? Do you want to live there, where it's a little bit dark, or would you like to live here with the bay window and lots of light? I think I'd have this as the living room. Now, so what we're going to do now. Okay, back again. Now, the joys of being a landlord. When I came to look at this house, there was the strangest thing I've ever seen. This sofa here, which I'm not sitting on, but I'm just sitting on the arm, was the bed for the dog. And the dog was I don't know what it was, little terrier or something, but it was getting on a bit and couldn't jump up on the sofa by itself. And the owner had actually made a little pair of steps, a little set of steps from the floor to the sofa so the doggy could climb up. But that's not the point. The point is, look how minging that carpet is. So that is going to come up and go straight to the tip right now. That's about 1/8 of an inch deep in dog hair. Oh, isn't this fun? Okay, so I'm going to strip this carpet off and we'll come back to you 10 minutes or so and we'll see what the room looks like, because it's going to be an awful lot brighter than it is now. Okay, so catch you later. Back again. Now we've got the carpet up at long last. It took a bit longer than I thought it would, but the carpet's up, so let's have a look. Here we go. Okay, so already it looks a lot brighter than it did before. You might not be able to tell quite so easy from here, but in reality it's a whole lot brighter than it was. So there we go. Next thing we're going to do is blank out the pink, because that's going to take a few coats to get rid of. So next time we come here, we're going to just blank it out. Not going to take too much care over it, but just coat of white paint over the top of that and try and get rid of that. So I'm about done for today. I've had a long day today. It's been quite exciting to be here on the first day. So I'll leave you to it for now and we'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now. Okay, back again just for a moment. I've just found something which doesn't seem a lot, but it's actually quite interesting and quite significant. So here we go. It's a whole load of instructions for everything in the house, basically. That's a washer dryer, which is here. Instructions for something else. Instructions for a water filter. Instructions for the oven. Toaster. Dog residence. Rawr. What do we got here? Microwave. Heater, we have that heater. Laundry tips, here we go. A few bits and bobs, the other things. I think there's also a manual somewhere, hopefully, for the boiler. But if not, it's easy enough just to get one off the net. This is the temperature of the water in the radiators. This is the temperature of the water in the taps. This is your on and off, and in here will be a little display telling you what the temperature is of the water. So, quite easy to work. We just got to sort out. Oh, there's even a little instruction plate up here where we can have a look and see what's happening. But obviously, before we rent the place out, this has to be serviced. It has to have a gas safe check, as does the electricity. It has to have an EICR, which is an electrical installation condition report. We've already got the EPC, which is the Energy Performance Certificate for the house. So we've got to get those other two bits and then we can let it out. Okay, so I'm going to go home now. I've had enough for one day. I'm going to have a shower and get all this doggy hair off me. Okay, so bye for now and we'll see you next time. And thanks for joining us. See ya.